we're here to have fun, first and foremost. But you have to play that drum like you own it.
Drum Power is a youth leadership program that provides young people with an opportunity to learn West African traditional,
Afro-Cuban and Afro-Brazilian drumming and their cultural and historical significance in order to build
esteem and self-confidence through discovering the rewards of discipline, teamwork, creativity, responsibility, and self-respect. What I like about it is how we get to play different rhythms and different types of music from a different country on the other side of the world.
My favorite performance was Watley High School.
Ever since first grade, I learned the basic tones of a drum: bass, slap, and tone, which are the main three tones which are required to know in order to get into the Drum Power group.
Mr. Yorel, he started this whole enrichment thing, and if it wasn't even for the enrichment thing, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now.
Drum Power is a youth leadership program that I believe is a fun and really rewarding experience for any student, but was specifically developed to reach students who don't necessarily have proven records of success, either academically or behaviorally. And the idea is that basically that they're definitely struck by the power of the drums and attracted to it. And we use sort of that attraction to inspire them to work a little bit harder than they sometimes can work and discover the rewards of hard but fun work in a very constructive way. And the idea is that they can then apply those skills in other areas, academics, that they don't think are necessarily as much fun, and understand that with anything, consistent effort is really the key.
I like drumming because it's basically a way to express your feelings and how you feel and to have some fun. Before I started drumming, I didn't have that much control because, I don't know, but I just didn't have as much control as when I did start drumming, because it helped me with my anger situations and stuff like that. And when I get angry, I just play the drums to calm me down, because it's the way I express my feelings.
We are drawn to the power of drums and rhythms of the African diaspora because they are the roots of many of the musical forms we enjoy, including hip-hop, R&B, salsa, and merengue. I love the aspects of drumming, like the rhythms, the performances, the crowd applauding you. Beautiful thing. I've learned self-determination, discipline, respect for others, because while you're drumming, you have to work as a team.
Some of the students that you see in the video refer to having to try out for Drum Power. And that's fairly atypical, but at one school in Harlem, the Future Leaders Institute Charter School, we've had a program for a long time, 10 years actually. And as a result, we've started a special advanced performing group that travels. And so it's for that group that students had to audition, basically just to see if they're ready in terms of their behavior and the amount of effort they're willing to give consistently.
first came to Future Leaders Institute Charter School, I saw that there was an enrichment group and it had drum power. When I first got to first grade, I was in drum power that first year. Then I kept going, and then on to second grade, I tried out. The person who holds the performing group on Fridays told me that I was not ready yet, so I kept going, and in fourth grade I tried out, and that's when I was ready.
The process of learning West African traditional Afro-Cuban and Afro-Brazilian drumming, which requires
discipline, commitment, and practice, helps me realize my
ability to achieve any goal by employing my own positive energy and self-determination.
I came to the Futures Leaders Institute where drumming originally took place, and at the orientation I saw a group of people playing the African drums, and I was speaking to my mom about that was something I really wanted to do, and that was the primary start point for me. In the 5th grade, when I came to the school and tried out for drum power, I tried out and I really didn't have the basics, so Mr. Lashley told me to work on those things. He placed me in a class with the original first drummers, and as the years progressed, I worked my way up, and in the 6th grade, I came to the drum power group, and I tried out again, and that was the final time that I was ready.
Instructors are expected to build a community in their classroom, and to do so we have to make sure that we have some key elements that really any teaching environment must have. Those are high and clear expectations, consistency. We have to be able to be there and sort of do the same thing so the students know what to depend on. We have to be able to be adaptable and flexible. When we come with one lesson plans and students show us that they need something different, we have to be able to give that to them. They have to have definitely positive opportunities for ownership and real contribution in the class, so that the class really becomes theirs and the community is theirs. It has to be a safe space, both emotionally and physically, for students, so that everybody is comfortable and learning has the freedom to happen the way it needs to.
Drum Power has provided students at our school with a number of opportunities. Probably the biggest is a sense of community. For the kids who have participated in Drum Power here, they definitely feel an identity with that group, and that has really helped give them some direction and some accountability within the school. The Drum Power group has been led by an instructor that has really done more to guide the kids, not just as musicians, but also as individuals, and it's really raised their level of leadership and their ability to come into the school with purpose. And for kids within our school, that has given them a drive that they wouldn't otherwise have.
Remember the last breakout. Ba, da, 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 da.
Since I've been teaching these classes, I think what the students have gotten out of the situation with the work that I'm doing with them is that they learn popular music has a lot of, bass and snare drum, and it's a real rhythmic, it's driven. So I think a lot of the music that they tend to want to listen to, it's informed by the things that Drum Power is teaching. So I think that, in essence, it really is connected, and I think that they see the connection to it.
Drum Power and the drumming at Fly, in terms of influencing the culture of the school, has not only influenced it in the performance aspect of the school, but also in the culture of how kids feel about themselves, how successful they feel through Drum Power, and the kind of connection that they have with their instructors. You can tell how important it is to these kids, because it's something that not only makes them feel successful, but something that they can gravitate to, that they can feel that sets them apart, and yet keeps that connection within the school culture. And what's really important about the Drum Power is the overall, it's not just about talent, it's about what Mr. Lashley brings to these students, the diversified kind of understandings that he has about children, and the psychologist part of what he does, the big brother part of what he does, the heart and soul of what he does within that Drum Power culture really is Drum Power. It's not just the drum, but it's about a big brother. It's about something that they can be successful at, and a real coach on their side, somebody that's important to them and knows how important they are to him.
You? Oh, that's me, actually. What are you doing? What are you playing? We on stage, bro. Right in. Right in, right in.
Well, through Drum Power, I believe the students they learn that, with anything you do, it takes work. I teach West African music, so they hear how the traditional music from West Africa is similar to what we hear today, being that these are rhythms from hundreds of years ago, but it's still being played today, and they can relate to that. So it's something that they can tie together.
When Shawan first started Drum Power, it was like an eye opener for him. First of all, when he first came to school, I didn't even know what Drum Power was, and he was getting so much into it. It was like an eye opener again, like I said, for him. It was amazing to see the development and the skills that he had. He would come home and, beat on certain things and so forth. And I used to always, and then one day I came here and I heard how everything was in sync, and he was just phenomenal. And again, Drum Power is just the word power. It also empowered him as well.
What I've liked about Drum Power and Warren's experience is that it has helped him overall. Drumming is something that he loves, so it's a gift he has, and it's been nurtured in this program, but with discipline. And so I've enjoyed the fact and benefited from the fact that Warren has learned how to be more disciplined and to approach it with a different mindset. And I think that has transcended across some of his other classes as well. So it's been an overall helpful experience for him.